I wanted to take a few minutes today to talk with any of you who've never done this before about how we mark rows in our little garden here. We're in North Carolina. This is eastern North Carolina, and it's a very long growing season. So we're mid-May now, but there's still plenty of time to make a garden this year. We had some things going on in our personal lives that kept us from being able to plant before now, but we're ready to go. And if you've got one of these Earthway wheel cultivators, some people call it a push plow or a wheel hoe. It's all the same thing. And if you bought one and don't quite know how to get your rows laid off, maybe this will help you a little bit. You may end up with a different method by the time you're done, but this is how we do it. You can come around here and get a shot of that row. We've got a really nice straight row that I've just made with the Earthway, and we're about to do another one. So I'll show you how to go about that. You're gonna need a couple of brick bats or something similar to that. And I'm doing 36-inch rows here. That is 36 inches between the hills, between the rows. And so what I want to do is put that yardstick in the center of that row and bring it down this way. I'm going to put a brick bat right there. That's just to mark this end of the row. It gives me a 36-inch distance. I'm going to go to the other end now. Do the same thing. This brick bat is still here from my last row, so I'm going to put the end of my yardstick there, run it down that way, put this brick bat on center there, so now I can see it from the other end. Now I've got the helling attachment on the Earthway, so what it's going to do is throw the dirt to the right of the plow. What I'll do, get my wheel just to the left of that brick bat, and I'll sight the other one. And I'm going to keep my wheel, just like a gun sight, in line with the left side of that brick bat down there. And I'm going to go slowly because it's important to get it straight the first time. So here we go. This part's going to be boring, but has to be done this way. Just keep that wheel in line with the left side of that brick bat. Now it's important, I should say, to use the tiller and to break this this soil up so that it has a powder-like consistency, if that makes sense. You want some moisture in it. It can't be too dry. If it's too wet, it'll just be in clumps like mud, and you don't want that. So you need to pick a day when the soil is ready to be moved around in this manner. Again, keep sighting the left side of that brick bat, or what you could use a tin can on each end, whatever you have at hand. And try to get it as straight as possible. I feel like I'm going a little bit to the left there. I'm going to back up and come again. And if you get it crooked the first time or two, don't worry about it. You can straighten it out. That's pretty straight. You want to get a shot of that from the end, Debbie? And just stay there if you will, and they can see me coming back from this direction. What I'm going to do at this point in time is keep my wheel just to my left of that little mound I pushed up. So it'll be like this. I can go a little bit faster this time because I've already laid off my line. And I'm fairly satisfied with how straight it is. also great exercise. Now what I want to do, I want that hill to be bigger, taller, like this one. But I can't make that happen by going through that furrow again because I've already pushed the dirt up from there. What I've got to do is put some more dirt from out here in that furrow. So what I'll do here, I might move around here and see if you can get a better shot of where the wheel is. I'm going to run the wheel right on top of that little hill that was pushed up by the plow, and I'll push this dirt over into that furrow that I just cut. So it's going to look like that. And that puts more soil in the hill. Looks good, I think. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. I'm going to do the same thing back from this direction. So you can see now that that hill is beginning to, I need to fix that. You see that hill is beginning to look like a real proper road now. Getting some soil up there in it. Enough to support the plants. And you can go back, of course, later on as the plants grow, but before they get too big, and push more soil up on the hill from the middle here. Using the same technique. Okay, well, it's not perfect, but it's pretty North Carolina good. So I hope that helps you a little bit. The reason I'm doing this is because we have neighbors next door who had never done this before. We loaned them our Earthway here. Yeah, I'm out of breath, sorry. And they did great with it, but I needed to show them. And it just occurred to me that there may be some other starting gardeners who may not have a technique yet. So you'll eventually work out your own technique, but until you do, maybe this one will help you. It's a good starting point. Good gardening. Take care. Bye.